Hup. Alright. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 5 of Metroid Prime, which I don't get to do very often, but I actually edited all of the other episodes before this one, so... Episode 5, everybody, here! You may notice we have a third file with a little bit more percent and a little less time. Reason for that is I was playing on my file, and I was looking through the list of what you need for a 100% run, and I noticed that one of the things that I had missed on my save file, that I also missed on this save file, was Flagra's tentacles are a separate creature that count towards the 100%. So, in order to correct that mistake and allow the possibility of getting a 100% run, I reran the whole game up until this point, and I scanned anything that I might have missed in the first run. If you were screaming at, like, you missed the Gamer! I know I missed the Grisby, or whatever the fuck his name is, the little spiky boys. I missed them, but I got them on the rerun. And the only thing I actually missed is, I can get right now, because I just realized, the security door over here. This is the thing I missed. In the water room back there, but... How can we possibly progress past that, Emmy? Oh, it's true. So they always refer to things as like being weak to concussive blasts. So whenever you see the word concussive, it means missile. They just give you a little concussion. It's no big deal. But how you doing, Emmy? How you feeling?
I'm about ready to fall asleep. I came from work.
She's about ready to fall asleep? You know what's fucking insane also? One of the things I missed on my playthrough is this enemy right here.
It's not an enemy.
There's like 100 of these things in the game, and I just never scanned it.
Oh, you know what? Is that a Metroid?
No, it's a scatter bamboo. Remember the bamboos? The big, what the fuck? Leave me alone. The blue sparky boys? It was, right after we fought Flagra, there was a blue sparky boy that we couldn't hit. It was one of those. And these are baby she-goths. Glacial Predator. Ice shell protects a vulnerable dorsal area. Young she-goths grow a resilient shell of ice in their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. It's their only weak point. They turn around quickly. So these guys are fucking assholes. And you see, you shoot them and you just bounce right off of them. Yeah, they're kind of weird. But they turn super fast at you, and you have to blow up their backs so you can shoot them. But these are baby she-goths, and you see how fucking huge they are. Like, I hope we never run into a grown-up she-goth. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would suck.
That'd suck. Just like chaos. Man, this is gonna be one of those videos, like, in a couple years when I rewatch this, and I go like, oh man, we dated this shit super hard with all of our talk of chaos. But it's fine.
Speaking of chaos, you want to hear the thing I was going to tell you?
Yeah, so tell me your funny story.
I don't know if it's going to be funny now that you said it's funny, but...
Well, you told me it'd be funny.
Basically, Manny, my manager, and another coworker, we were talking shit, and he mentioned the fact that, some people had been going into his backyard, and he'd set up cameras and shit to make sure that they weren't, like, getting close and whatnot. And Leah hadn't seen, like, any of the videos that he showed me of the people getting close to his back door and shit. So, he whips out the video, and I don't even glance at it, I just assumed that it was the video that I thought it was. And when he whips it out, I was like, oh, that's that lady that was going close to your screen door. He's like, no, that's my wife. And I'm like, oh! Because I had said it was some fucking weird lady. He's like, no.
Ooh, that fat bitch wandering around your backyard. Who's that disgusting fucking creature?
For real.
That's my wife.
And when he actually showed the video, his wife was holding up his dog and using his paw to wave at the camera all cute, and I was like, fuck!
You're like, it's so fucked up that that stranger would steal your dog and use it to wave at the camera. Also, you see that cool temple over there?
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that was my quote-unquote funny story that is not so funny.
So these things are the pulse bamboos.
Same fucking thing.
Yeah, but they're yellow and blue. And basically, if you, we'll see it later, but if you charge, you get an electrical beam later, and if you charge it, they go nuts and they start rushing at you. Another research thing.
I love when Bamboos rush at me.
The Bamboo Rush. That sounds like a fucking Star Wars, like fucking Jar Jar Binks' Bombad Pod Racing or whatever.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I wanna, fuck you, asshole. I'm gonna keep reading my fucking Chozo lore. Oh, I can't get up here, I don't think, yeah. Alright, Emmy, you wanna read this one or you want me to read it?
I'll read it.
Okay.
You skip.
No, this is it.
Oh, it's capital N.
Yeah. I thought that too, that's why I backed out. Freaking reopened it.
None know if our temple, the cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. How can we, Chozo, hope for it to remain intact when that which it guards writhes in the darkness, growing always stronger? The fate of this world rests with the gathering of artifacts which we call the cipher. But even it is not all-powerful. It is strong. Yes, an enchanted whole made of 12 links. Still, it is finite in its reach, and we who guard it are slowly succumbing. When our vigilance crumbles away into madness, the cipher will be exposed, and the fate of Talon 4 will be beyond our influence. Also, sorry for reading this like shit. I'm fucking tired.
It's okay. That's why I made you read those, so you can stay awake-o. And also because I don't want to fucking steamroll all of your attempts to speak or whatever throughout this. There's a...
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, look at him fucking go. It's one of those things where I have a lot to say, so I can talk for fucking ever about it, but then I'm like, oh yeah, there's 2 people on this one. You know? Ah, no!
Isn't that unfortunate?
Well, no, because I always want co-pilots for these, and then I get somebody else, and then I'm not used to like recording with somebody else. It's a little bit easier normally when I'm playing with Nick, because like we're basically in streamer mode 24/7, even when we're not streaming shit.
I mean, you guys are related, therefore
That's
you
true.
have the same team speak.
We have a neural link. Oh, but you can see I have 4 energy tanks up there. So when I reran this, also I thought, like, should I leave that energy tank in the morph ball puzzle that I skipped, or I not skipped, but you know, that I couldn't get because my brain was too bad at the time, and I just said fuck it and did it anyway. So
did you record your?
No, I just ran it because I just redid everything we did up till this point.
Okay.
So, but just to prove that I can do it, you guys saw that the fucking game lagged. That's bullshit. See that? I can double jump.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me. Everyone believe me, please.
You sound like Miku.
Miku. Yeah. We were just watching Ursus play fucking Yakuza 6 and listening to this girl who is shifting.
She's leaping through time and space so
Yes.
that she can fix the problem of her lame dad.
Yeah, her dad is such a loser. She had to go back in time to make her dad cooler. Platform realignment successful.
And
Yeah.
by making him cooler, we mean that Kiryu beats the fuck out of the people that...
Yeah. He bumped into a guy, and the guy's like, ah, you broke my arm. You owe me a bunch of money. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Kiryu's like, hey, back up off that guy. What could this be? The boosh ball. Boosh ball. So now you know what time it is.
Why is it so big? She won't be able to fit in any of the things.
It was alluded to previously. But,
Eluded.
got this here half pipe at our disposal.
Oh my god, it's a fucking mouse trap.
That was a Chozo lore back there that I might have missed on my playthrough. So here I am, doing everything I can. Holding. Ah! Leave me alone, Bergmite. So now we have access to half pipes.
Bergmite?
Bergmite. Bergmite.
That's literally just a one-to-one.
I just breeded a Bergmite in Pokemon earlier.
Why did you fuck a Bergmite?
I didn't fuck a Bergmite. Chozo lore entry. Chozo script translated.
Many Chozo have gone beyond now, and this is a mercy. What? Oh, so it's good that they're fucking dead?
Yes.
Those of us who remain suffer in dimensional flux, drifting helplessly across time and space, guided by unseen and inexorable currents. The Chozo, who cling to sanity, fight the tide, but our minds are weakening. Soon we will all be like the turned Chozo who have been utterly corrupted by money.
By capitalism.
By the great poison. The turns still hold to their Chozo forms, but their minds are black with fell intentions. Gone is their respect for life. They honor only destruction and seek to disrupt the artifacts holding the great poison at bay. All life taunts them and they do not rest. Before long they will be all that remain of the Chozo here. Why do the fucking corrupted Chozos sound like humanity?
Oh, you know.
Oh, capitalism, the great poison.
The birds found out about crypto and now they're going nuts.
They figured out how to invest in SEEB.
There was a girl on Twitter who was like, I need a man to explain crypto to me. And I said, well, you see, he's a super dog.
Fuck. I don't understand.
Crypto, he's a super dog. You never saw Crypto the Super Dog?
Oh my fucking god, are you for real? I hate you so much. I can't believe you baited me into that.
You know Superman had a fucking super horse too?
No, but I don't want to know any details about that.
He's a super horse.
I don't want to know what he can super do.
Motherfucker probably comes like Devilman. Anyway. So, is a half pipe available,
what
you guys?
Did you say? I just realized what you said. Man, my lag is real today. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
Laggy just like your motherfucking double jump.
I was gonna say though, here's the actual world map, so you can kind of see how these areas are connected.
Wow, that's crazy. It looks like a mother map.
Yeah, because remember we were talking about how geographically any of this shit makes any sense. And I was saying, like, well, it's not, like, super inconsistent.
You said geographically this makes any sense. Did you mean to say doesn't or does?
No, how does this geographically make any sense?
Okay.
And the answer is that it kind of does, but it's also a video game, so whatever. They weren't going for as Dark Souls of a fucking thing, you know?
Souls of a...
Where, like, in Dark Souls you look down and you can see the whole fucking world from the intro area.
Do you have suicide damage?
No.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Whoa, is that steep the scale is?
It's a really shitty looking shadow texture that doesn't move sliding
Ridley?
across. That's Ridley.
Why is he so big?
He's fucking huge and he loves it.
Why is he huge?
Yeah, I don't think there is fall damage, and if there is, you have to fall from really high to feel it.
Is there any particular reason why the map looked like a cat for a second?
I don't know.
I'll show you when you go back.
I didn't see the cat map.
Alright, yeah, go back outside.
Yeah.
See, look at it.
Oh yeah, I guess.
It's a fucking cat.
I guess so.
And if it's not a cat, then it might just be a bird of some type.
It's a cat laying on its side.
Ah, yes.
See, this is why you need co-pilots, because I can't be staring at the cat map all day long.
Yeah, when I'm half asleep, it's when I figure out things that shouldn't exist.
Well, that's how the Monkey Ball playthrough ended up the way it did, was me playing under the influence of sleeplessness.
Ah, yes.
I did want to also make a correction to the last time we played, where the Hive Mecha thing I was talking about, I don't know if the evil Chozos made that, but I think the Hive Mecha was like a defense system in general, because it wasn't like a war thing, it was just like a defense system. And it had a missile launcher in it, which is built for this suit. And so you mentioned before, like, oh, here's the hallway. I could totally prove that I did this if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna. You mentioned it would be cool if the Chozo saw that we were coming and so left stuff around for us, and I said that's what happened, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think I scanned it, yeah. So I mentioned that the wave beam and the ice beam were space powered inventions. They are not. They were left by the Chozo. So pretty much all the upgrades we find in this game, almost all of them, except for like the thermal visor, I think, were left behind by the Chozo.
Nothing in this game is a happy little accident.
No.
It is simply evil.
So we're going for that half pipe, which I'm fucking...
I cut myself off because I lost control.
That's okay. We're all doing our best out here.
Ow, that really hurts.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing like shit last time. I don't know what the fuck happened, but like when I wish I had recorded me rerunning this because like I did a pretty good job.
I don't think that's true.
I don't.
You did a great job.
I don't know.
Come on, you've never recorded Prime before.
This pathway is not this. I think this leads to a Talon overworld transport. There's also Talon. This shit right here. It's a little cracky. Stress shows Bendesium frame is cracked.
Oh my fucking god! It's what Vin Diesel lives off of.
Bendy's nuts. But that's something that we will come back to much later.
Why would you bend any nut?
Oh, flamethrowers. This could be a dead end I'm traveling to. I don't quite remember. But I think this leads to a Talon overworld transport.
Every time you say Talon overworld,
Yes, the Talon overworld. These little guys are so funny.
so like you're on all these alien planets, but like are there like okay aliens you can talk to and shit?
Well, that's something I was thinking about is like I wish the space pirates like talked more, or like they had some sort of agency. I mean, they do talk in their files we'll find eventually, but like it's that thing where people talk recently about there shouldn't be evil races like in D&D, like the Dark Elves were like an evil race, but it's like the idea of an evil race is kind of fucked up, you know? And then like in Star Trek they address that where it's like, yeah, the Klingons aren't evil, they just have a different way of life. And same with the Romulans are like mostly evil, but it's just because of the way their culture is or whatever.
Romulans are just rude.
Yeah, they are. They're just rude Vulcans.
It's like that thing you were talking about earlier where like if your parents raise you shitty, then like you'll just
Yeah. Your parents don't love each other and they get married and then they have a kid they don't love. And then the next thing you know your kid's jacking off to mummification Zelda porn. It's a fucking 1-to-1 pipeline.
I need you to cut that out. But
no. And you see how fucking right I was? I
why is
fucking
your fucking arm so tiny?
I was trying to figure out which energy tank I missed. I missed 2 of them on my other playthrough, and I was trying to figure out where they were. I fucking looped the entire world map like 3 times before I found out which one I was looking for.
Mummified Zelda porn.
It's everybody go listen to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, which is actually called the Hard Drive Podcast, which is actually done now. But it's still on. I think it's still on Spotify. Go listen to the Super Mario Bros. Super Show.
I can't believe how confidently you went through that fog where I couldn't see anything through that, and I thought you would fall through.
No. I think that's the only one of those where there's a thing underneath one of those little bridges. But basically, there's a Super Mario Bros. Super Show episode where they talk about, or Super Mario Bros. Super Show episode. They're doing one of the Zelda episodes, and there's this bit where Zelda is like. She gets like mummified or something, or like cocooned by a spider or something like that, and so she's like wrapped up and like stuck to the ceiling or something.
She got Nezuko'd?
Yeah, she got Nezuko'd. And these guys I scanned before. Zoomers. But
whoa!
Yeah, Zoomers. And the fuck!
Ew!
Oh Jesus! It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I didn't like that.
That's the thing I was talking about before. Oh, these guys are gonna scan.
I didn't see it so clearly now.
Yeah.
That makes me cool.
So Zelda's cocooned, and for some reason, the clip of that scene on YouTube has like 1 million views, and every other clip from the show or episode of the show that guy had uploaded has like a couple 100,000 views, whatever. But that one bit of her mummified for some reason has like 1 million views.
Cocooned Zelda.
Yeah. So this was the.
Wow, it looks like a bird. See, it looks like a bird.
What?
Look
At the map?
It looks like a bird.
You're weird.
But look, like it's the wing and the head with the neck and then the tail at the end.
So
come on, man.
Come on. Come on. So
I am not a fucking sleepy fever. Okay, I'm literally seeing what I'm seeing.
I believe you. I will let the audience decide.
You decide.
If you think the map looks like a bird, leave a 1 in the chat.
This is an epic rap battle versus.
That's like the one Ocarina of Time episode that Vinny did, where some people in the chat pointed out that the Ocarina of Time Hyrule Field map looks like John Lennon.
Sorry, what? I don't even remember what John Lennon looks like, to be perfectly honest.
He looks like the fucking most generic British man you can possibly imagine.
Like Ozzy Osbourne?
No, Ozzy Osbourne's too interesting to be. What's his face?
He's interesting to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm just dumb.
It's so weird to me every day where I'm thinking about, like, one day Ozzy Osbourne's gonna die. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but someday he's gonna die, and then we will no longer be able to say, I can't believe Ozzy Osbourne's still alive.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What's your point?
It's insane that Ozzy Osbourne is still alive.
Why?
Because the dude fucking was, like, made of drugs for, like, most of his life. This is the man who picked up a straw and he was at a pool party, and he was at a pool party and he picked up a straw and just snorted ants off the ground. This is that guy.
Okay.
Let me find.
Yellow.
Where am I going? Save room. I'm looking for. It's actually super dumb that I'm looking for it because I don't even know if I can actually grab it yet. This one? No.
Right.
What the fuck am I looking for? I'm looking for the room with the save room in it. Not this one. That's the B room. That's the B room. There's the sun chamber. It's this over here. Okay. Up the... Okay.
Okay. I don't understand how you... Like, what... Aren't there people that have done more shit than Ozzy Osbourne still alive?
I don't know, actually. That's one of those things where, like...
Isn't Mick Jagger still alive?
I don't know nothing about Mick Jagger. Also, check this out. When I shoot this thing... You see it kick leaves off that plant?
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Whisked past it.
So fucking cool.
Mick Jagger is like some kind of fucking rock star.
I think he's the Rolling Stones guy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think he's still alive, and he's done like a fuck ton of whatever.
Yeah, I mean, rock stars in general are big on the drugs. Oh, you know what the other one I was thinking of? Yeah, the hole in the wall. That's exactly what I was fucking thinking of.
No, not just the hole in the wall, the hole behind you where the water is.
No, I can't do that yet because you need the spider ball for that, which is that's the magnet trail thing you were talking about before. I'm getting there. Also, I just realized I went through the Vendrana area and I didn't run into the ice shriek bats. So now I'm very concerned. Because the other thing I missed was there's ice shriek bats at some point. If I don't 100% this, it's fine. I don't expect to.
But you would
but
prefer.
I'm trying to keep the option available to us, you know?
Make things a little spicier.
I'll hit like 95% at minimum. But like... Or even that's a little high. I'll hit 9 or 80, minimum by the end of this. But like, there's ice shriek bats at some point that only appear on like your first run through the area. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for those. And there's also in that area there's a stalactite on the ceiling somewhere that those are a research scan. And there is a point in the game where you can knock down all of them, and then the scan becomes unavailable to you. So, a couple things like that. A couple points of no return in this. And even this section here I'm about to do, I don't know if I can actually access this thing yet, because I did it with the double jump before, but I think I might be able to morph ball jump up to it. So if I can't reach this yet, then this will have been a wasted trip, partially. Yeah. But we're not going to worry about it. Because we still have to go back to your fucking loopy hole in the wall over there.
No trip is truly wasted.
It's true. The real Metroid Prime was the friends we made along the way. So we went through this little hole before. I think this was the path that led us to the Magmor Caverns. You can missile these guys. Shoot.
You said these guys and I was like, who, where?
Yeah. Where's the missile? Come to me, missiles. There we go, Jesus. So this thing. And also, I don't know if you can hear it, but if you listen real close, you hear that little whir. That is That's how you can tell there's a missile expansion nearby, or an energy tank. So this is going to be tricky. I don't know if I don't know if this actually works. It might be too far.
I think you can make it.
It feels like I can make it. That's why I didn't try it last night, because I was like, I think this is possible. There we go. Fucking nailed it. I did that so it wouldn't bounce me. But there's a missile expansion. And then I'm not gonna do all the missile expansions on screen because there's gonna come a time where I have to go find a lot of them. And you're not gonna want to watch me go find all of them, trust me. Okay, so now the other one we need is through the other hole. Okay. I am starting to remember this map like better, but it's gonna suck because like halfway through this playthrough I'm gonna end up starting Prime 2 probably on my own, and then I'm gonna be mixing up all the fucking maps and the. I think the buttons are mostly the same. Luckily, I am. Is this one still here too? Yes. So this one's still here. Bammo and Bammo. Okay. So this one's actually kind of weird because you have to jump up here first and break this so that falls down, and then the game has to allow you to unmorph ball. So you can come through here and hit this one. Wow, what do you know? Ugh. And there you have it. Silva's falling asleep.
I'm doing my best.
My concern, my worry, is that we're going to get through recording this or, the next one or whatever, and that one of these days after we're done recording, I'm going to have to show you the recording so that you remember what we did. Because I was talking about how you, in the last couple episodes, you kept forgetting the Chozo lore things after, every time we read something new, you'd forget, the last one we read or whatever.
Listen, I remember the last lore that we did, which was about the corrupted Chozo. What I don't remember is what their specific name was.
Yeah, well, I think the issue is that, first of all, we were moving fast, and it is a lot to take in. But also the mechanics of exactly what the Chozo did and when are fucking confusing. And even I'm, trying to keep the timeline together in my brain. Because I haven't, sat down and, lore dived this whole thing. I'm going off of me reading these things as I was playing through, the past week, But essentially that the Chozo left their life of technology behind to seek enlightenment or whatever. And they found this planet. And they were like, nature. And it's got, fucking 100 different biomes on it. Let's live here. And so they set up shop, and then they figured out how to ascend beyond the mortal frame. And then a meteor struck the planet, and when the meteor struck the planet, they were drawn back here. They were forcibly drawn back here. So that's basically the plot as we know it for now. Or I guess the lore, not the plot. The plot's what we're doing. The plot for us is that the space pirates are assholes. And we have to kill them all. Also, another thing that I was showing Silva Super Metroid the other day, and the intro title crawl that ran through the plot of the first two games, which I needed, and it did remind me that Mother Brain was the leader of the space pirates.
Yeah.
So that's why we were on Zebus killing her originally.
Didn't they say that somewhere?
I don't know. I think I was mentioning that I didn't know if she was related to the space pirates or not. And I think what we're about to pick up is going to be the best expansion in the whole game. You ready? Look at this fucking room, right?
I see them sun streaks.
Look at that fucking built-in god ray that is not moving, and you can tell it's just a floating texture, and I love it. That is unironically one of my favorite things in video games. Look at this boot. Das Boot. We have unlocked Das Boot. The super boot. Oh, Samus's feet. I bet they're so stinky inside those boots.
My